was big time play. It was the winning play of the game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is the first player since LeBron James in 2016 to post back-to-back 40-point final games. He recently starred when Milwaukee Bucks beat the Phoenix Suns 120-100 in a must-see Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So join me as I take you through. Giannis Antetokounmpo says the Bucks star is halfway to MJ's record. Number 3. The NBA Finals. Giannis Antetokounmpo's Milwaukee Bucks are locked in an NBA Finals battle with the Phoenix Suns, with both teams having an equal chance of securing the Larry O'Brien Trophy at this stage. The momentum is now slightly on the Bucks' side after they returned from a 2-0 deficit to tie the series at 2-2. Giannis has played a major role in helping the Bucks restore parity in the series. He's also the favorite to win the Finals MVP if the Bucks end up winning the championship. Giannis has been flirting with the title of best player in the world for a few years now. The Greek Freak became one of the few players to have won the NBA MVP award consecutive times. He's also consistently racked up major individual honors throughout his relatively young career. However, he had a modest start to his NBA journey, getting picked by the Bucks 15th overall in the 2013 NBA Draft. Antetokounmpo took some time to get himself used to the physical side of the league in the first 3 years and eventually had his breakout season in the 4th year. He won the Most Improved Player award in 2017, which is a mark of ascent in any NBA player's career. He made the All-Star team for the first time the same season, registering his name among the best players in the league at just 22 years old. Since then, Giannis has never looked back. He backed the MVP award up and All-Star berth with 4 more All-Star selections, 4 NBA All-Defensive Team selections, and has made the All-NBA team on 5 occasions. The Freak was also a part of the NBA All-Rookie team and became only the 3rd player to do the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year double in 2020. Giannis is arguably the best two-way player in the league. On offense, he's unstoppable when driving towards the rim, and his strength and size are unmatchable in the restricted area. His efficiency from the field has been top-notch since his debut season, as he averages 53% shooting in his career. On the defensive end, Giannis excels in a free safety-esque role, providing help at defense when needed apart from anchoring the paint alongside a center. His length and athleticism have enabled him to become one of the most feared defenders in the league. What's more impressive is that he has shown the ability to guard 1 through 5. However, constant playoff struggles have somewhat weakened the Greek Freak's status in the league over the last few years. A combination of poor performances and subpar personnel have held the Bucks back from making a meaningful playoff run. The 2021 NBA playoffs have been a different story, though, as the team is just 2 games away from glory. It is safe to say that Giannis will be the biggest beneficiary if the Milwaukee Bucks prevail over the Phoenix Suns. Antetokounmpo has managed to win a majority of individual honors, but team success will propel him to the zenith of NBA stardom. Number 2, Milwaukee's successful run this season for the 3rd consecutive year. The Milwaukee Bucks finding themselves competing for a top seed in the East, and just as has been the case over the Mike Budenholzer era, Giannis is at the center of the Bucks' identity. Over Budenholzer's watch, the Bucks have catered their entire system towards and around Antetokounmpo and his many wide-ranging strengths. The Bucks have operated under a pace and space mantra that has fully unleashed the man to an even more prolific, efficient paint attacker, has also brought the Bucks into the modern age. By undergoing such a massive leap, both in terms of efficiency and ideologies over what the Greek Freak had been used to previously, and stationing shooters in those patented blue squares, Antetokounmpo had all of the elements to launch him to incredible success and back-to-back MVP campaigns. By bringing in more firepower with the additions of Brian Forbes and Bobby Portis, as well as the well-rounded Jrue Holiday, who's on pace to have the most efficient season of his career, Antetokounmpo now captains a fleet of perimeter marksmen. Along with that, instituting the dunker spot within the Bucks offense, Budenholzer and his coaching staff have maintained their positionless basketball. However, it's easy to forget that as recently as 6 days ago, the forward had questionable chances of making it to the court for Game 1 of the NBA Finals. A journey of more than 20 years that started in the humble neighborhood of Sepulveda in Athens and arrived on the doorstep of an NBA title was potentially stalled due to hyperextension of his left knee. Giannis ultimately played in Game 1 of the Finals against the Phoenix Suns, and that injury is near undetectable now. Antetokounmpo continued his rampage through the most important games of his life, as he eviscerated the Suns' defense for 41 points in Game 3. Milwaukee overwhelming Phoenix 120-100 to narrow the Suns' series lead to 2-1. That lead now is even at 2-2. I've seen him do a lot of stuff like this, Bucks teammate Chris Middleton said. It doesn't surprise me to see him do this for a while now, and now it's on the biggest stage, and now everybody's getting a chance to see what he goes through, how he's hurt, and he still finds a way to go out there and compete and be productive and be dominant at the same time. So the finals are basketball's ultimate chess match, as each team calibrates its strategy game to game, quarter to quarter, even possession to possession. The Bucks are tweaking their pick-and-roll coverage. On the other hand, the Suns are erecting walls of varying lengths and thicknesses to repel Antetokounmpo. Both teams are trying to optimize the individual matchups, but sometimes the most important adjustment is proficiency. The Bucks returned to Milwaukee and came alive on their own home floor with solid shooting performances up and down the roster led by Antetokounmpo. Number 1. MJ's record. Michael Jordan has the record with 4 straight 40-point games in the NBA Finals, also against the Suns in 1993. Recently, it came to light that Giannis is now halfway there. Post-Game 3, Giannis reacted to potentially breaking Michael's record on 4 straight 40-point games in the NBA Finals. Antetokounmpo tallied his second straight 40-point game in Game 3 and is close to breaking Jordan's record. However, the Greek Freak thinks he's nowhere near MJ. "I'm not Michael Jordan," the Bucks superstar said. Coupled with his 42-point effort in Game 2, Giannis' performance in Game 3 saw him in a super elite company as the 6th player to record consecutive 40-point games in the finals. The other 5, LeBron James, who was the last to do it in 2016 when he scored 41 in Games 5 and 6 against the Warriors, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, Jerry West, and Rick Barry. Factor in double-digit bounces, and all names except Shaq and Giannis are crossed off this list. In the 1993 final against the Suns, Jordan put up 4 consecutive 40-point games. Giannis is yet to reach that level of GOAT madness. Hence, Giannis seems right. He's not Michael Jordan, but he is halfway through MJ's record with those 2 back-to-back 40-piece finals. And he would have been very close to matching him had he scored 40 in Milwaukee's win in Game 4. Antetokounmpo and Chris Middleton, unsurprisingly, led the way for the Bucks. Middleton outscored the Suns 10-4 over the final 2 minutes and 15 seconds of regulation on his way to a 40-point outing. And Antetokounmpo totaled 26 points, 14 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, one of which left NBA fans in complete awe. Meanwhile, the Bucks don't have as many guns as Phoenix, and their second and third best players, Chris Middleton, Jrue Holiday, have been duds throughout the playoffs. But the Bucks seem to be significantly better at handling Phoenix's best players than they were when this series began. The Suns have gotten no better at handling Giannis than they were in Game 1. When they pack the paint and double him, the Bucks can win the way they did in Game 4. When they don't, they can win the way they did in Game 3. They have the best player in this series, the one source of stability in an otherwise fluctuating matchup. If Phoenix can't crack the Giannis code quickly, it's going to lose this series and become a footnote in his ascent. The debate around the best player in the league usually revolves around LeBron James and Kevin Durant, but a championship can tilt the argument in Giannis' favor. So what do you think? What do you make of the Greek Freak's unbelievable record? Let me know in the comments below, and hey, make sure you subscribe and like us. I'll see you next time on the channel. Until then, it's goodbye.